Hello, Reading 100 students. I wanted to make a little video to show you quickly how you can get onto my reading lab. This part right here talks about Newsela, which we'll be using, and also Lexiles. And you'll be able to find your Lexile by improving your reading level by working in my reading lab. My reading lab has a pretty good diagnostic that will help us get a better picture of how you're doing. So if you take a look at this content review section, you'll see that you have to take some quizzes, right? So one is to determine your Lexile from the Lexile Locator in my reading lab. And then the second task is to create a Newsela account. All of those instructions for you for your Newsela account are right there. And your third task is to actually start reading on these things. But I wanted to show you how you can get into my reading lab. Sometimes people have used my reading lab in another class and they log on to myreadinglab.com. But I don't think that will work for you because I have actually linked it to this class. So no matter where you end up in Canvas, the link is there and it's right here, My Lab and Mastering. So you click on that and hopefully without too long, the Open My Labs and Mastery will, this yellow button is what you click on. Now sometimes at this point you will have to click a pop-up allowance. But here we are in Pearson, and that's the publisher that does my reading lab. And of course you'll have to read through this and click on I accept. And once you click on I accept, it's going to ask you for your access code or for your account number. If you have had, this is taking a long time, if you have had a My Lab account in the past, like my Math Lab or my Psych Lab, then you have already registered for a Pearson product. But if not, you can go ahead and register. So in this case, you can either sign in with your Pearson account. I'll go ahead and sign in. I haven't done this as a student. So we'll see if this works. And if not, we could create an account. So here, it did work. Whoa. So here it's asking for my access code. Your access code is the code that comes with your textbook, unless you're taking a class where I haven't required a textbook. If that's the case, or if you haven't purchased your book yet, you can get temporary access by clicking this one right down here. And you're going to say yes. And that means you have 14 days before you have to put in your account number. Okay, so I had to log out and go back in so that my computer in a different browser so that you'd be able to see this. So you're going to click on My Lab and Mastering, and then you're going to click on this Open My Lab. Double click on that, say nice things to your computer as you are waiting in the hopes that it comes up, and here it comes up right away. So what you'll do next is actually scroll to this part right here where it says reading level. And you can see that I've already taken my diagnostic because mine says next reading, but yours should say Lexile Locator if you have not been on my reading lab in the past. So that's the way you would access this through Canvas. It makes it pretty easy. You can click when you want to work on any of the products here. You can click on reading skills and work on specific skills, or you can go here and click reading level, Lexile level, and then hit next reading when it goes through. And some readings will show up. But currently what you're going to need to do prior to doing that, you're going to need to take this Lexile Locator test. So go ahead and take the Lexile Locator, and we will have some assignments in Canvas that relate to whatever your score is.